Hello and welcome to Double Talk. My name is Mark Steffen.
Are we really on, or are you guys
Your
just
name
practicing? We're on.
We're on the
we
air,
on?
Michael.
You can never tell because
It's a miracle of television.
Yes, good. What are we going to do today, Marky? We announced barrel gin.
We're going to do barrel gin. We've never done it before on this show.
No.
These gins don't look like gin because they're dark, because they've been in wooden barrels aging.
So you have gin. Here's the anomaly here, because gin is just alcohol with juniper. And on the other hand, you're on my wire here. Oh, lift your leg. Good.
Live television, folks.
Notice our shirts match.
Sort of.
Yeah, more than any other time. So this is called Beehive Barrel Reserve Gin, and this is from a state, I think it's a place called Utah.
Oh, yeah.
You see this?
I didn't know they let you make booze there.
In Utah. Well,
made by the Mormons.
The-
They'll push, but they won't use.
the Levies brought this back for us because they know I like gin. Barrel gin puts you in a gray area between like Scotch and gin. I mean, if you
Looks more like Scotch.
put vodka into barrels, you get, depending on your country,
Yes.
Scotch, bourbon, or Irish whiskey. So,
Enough said.
since this is half white alcohol and half dark alcohol, I'm going to do the perfect martini, which would be, it's not perfect because it's perfect. It's just perfect because you're putting exactly the same amount of white and red vermouth in it. So we're going to try that. Did you ever have one?
Yes.
So-
now, while you make that, I'm going to mention the fact that
You
there's
can mention
there's
why
a
we
classical
decide.
drinking party at the Arts Council. You know where that is? It's 1740 Calle Mercado.
Which is near Paisanos, across from Les Combs.
Yes, right, just as you're coming into Mesilla. And that's going to be, what date is that, Michael? Saturday
Today.
night? Tonight?
It's Saturday, yes.
That's right. And it's going to be from 7:30 to 9:30.
And Dry Point Distillery, which is right behind them, is going to be doing the cocktails.
Right, and so you get to taste New Mexico, Las Cruces made cocktails, vodkas and gins and things that they make. And there's also going to be music provided by the La Catrina String Quartet. And you get all that for $15.
And there will be a talkback to the announcer.
Now, will there be
And-
any hors d'oeuvres or anything like that?
Sure, you can't do it without hors d'oeuvres.
Sounds good to me.
I would hope. Or bring your own hors d'oeuvres and see what happens. So, since this is kind of a weird martini, not martini.
Concoction?
It's like a martini and a Manhattan all in one.
Okay.
So that's why there's red and white, or as
Yes.
they say, dry and sweet. And I'm not even going to do my normal noisy shake. So you can keep talking.
Can I keep talking? May
You
I?
can keep talking.
I would like to keep
You're going to
talking.
keep talking anyway.
It's a talk show, Michael.
Oh, okay.
That's what we do here. Yes,
I stir.
You're
I
mixing
do a
up.
lot of stir.
How much do you have to stir it? How do you know when it's completely stirred?
You stir it 3 times as long as you would shake it.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
It's written in the books. Didn't you ever read the Bible?
I know people who insist upon stirring 88 times.
88. Are those Nazis?
Ming does it 88 times. Cooking with Ming.
Really?
He opens his show with a cocktail as well.
Were you counting? Have you
And,
been counting?
He counts.
You know the best way to tell? If you hold the bottom and your fingers start to freeze.
Then you know you're
that's
almost
how
there.
you know you're done.
Right.
So this is an experiment. We have never tried this. 2 different things. The perfect martini, which is actually, look it up, a real recipe.
Well, let's face it, Michael. Most of our drinks here are experiments because that's what we're all about.
Well,
We taste, we sample,
we do
verify.
changes. Everybody can drink a margarita.
And then we
We're the
drink-
ones that tell you what to drink it with.
It's true.
Oh, this looks like not a bad color.
We've tried many a martini on this show, but never one like this.
Hang on. I don't want to give you your not fair share.
Oh, well.
Wow, there's a lot.
You're nothing if not fair.
So I'm nothing. Is that what you're saying? That looks okay. It's that white thing in there.
Oh, you got a floaty.
What is that? It's probably a potato chip or a piece of
Okay.
glass.
Well, okay, let's see what you've come up with.
We'll see. Wow,
Being cold makes all the difference. Interesting.
that's pretty tasty. I'm not sure what its predominant taste is. Lime. Should we do lime?
Yes. A little squeeze of lime,
Sometimes helps.
as it is an experiment. Couldn't hurt.
You know, you really do taste the. We tasted the barrel stuff straight. Pretty much that comes through.
How
We
could it
put-
not, right?
Yeah, we should maybe put more something in.
Well, the lime makes it not sweet. It cuts right through the sweet vermouth. I kind of prefer the sweetness.
It is like drinking like a Manhattan and a martini in one, isn't it?
I don't prefer sweet drinks. I've said that before, but I like.
You have?
But I like the sweet vermouth with this one.
Because there's
Because
a
we
quarter
mixed
of
it.
an ounce of sweet vermouth with the dry,
With the dry vermouth. So
and this
they
is
balance.
Carpano Antico. You said this is Carpano Bianco.
Yes.
But Carpano Bianco is a little sweeter than most white vermouths.
Ah,
A little sweeter.
okay. This is.
But then Noilly Prat is one of the best vermouths of any kind, white or red.
Correct.
Noilly Prat is great.
yes, interesting experiment.
And so this is with the, it's called Beehive Distilling, and they're from Utah. And you have to go to Utah and get it probably, because Utah's very strict with how they do their drinks.
They're almost
So,
as bad as New
there you go.
Mexico.
Oh, nobody can be that bad.
I
There it
know.
is, Beehive.
Beehive.
Right next to Noilly Prat, Carpano Antico. Around here is Martini and Rossi White, and this is what we will do next half of the show. You really kicked that back quick. How could you even tell it's sweet then? What's the sipping? You're supposed to sip your
Once they
back
put the
then.
lime juice in, it wasn't sweet any
it's
longer.
good.
See, see what I'm saying?
Yes. Well, I'll keep sipping this while you talk. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now there's a chili taste off, as in green chili and red chili. What's
Yeah.
coming up? They're going to, and it's going to be judged. Blind tastings will occur.
Really? Only blind people?
This is going to be. They won't know what they're tasting, whose chili it is. People are going to bring chili
interesting.
from all over New Mexico,
Really?
and they'll just be coded, so you won't know whose
How are
chili
you going to
is being
blind
tasted.
taste it? Are they going to put? You're going to see if it's red or green, right? When you taste it.
Oh yeah, by blind tasting, I mean they won't
No,
know
no.
whose chili they're tasting.
Well, who cares?
That way there can be no cheating.
Okay, that should.
Now
be
this is
good.
going to be September 21st in Socorro, New Mexico. Okay, at 12:30,
And why do you care?
because chili from Las Cruces is going to be up there. From Hatch will be
Socorro,
there.
yeah.
Chili's a big deal in New Mexico,
Yes.
and so that's going on. There's going to be a mild green and a hot green, and a mild red and a hot red being tasted.
I like all these yes or no things. Hot, not hot, green, red,
Paper, not
bourbon,
plastic.
oak, and gin. And
Variety.
All these things.
Variety is the name
Red,
of the game. So if
white
you're really
vermouth.
into chili and tasting chili, make your way up to Socorro September 22nd, 21st.
21st.
For the
Don't be late. Don't be late.
Get there by noon. The tasting begins at 12:30.
Socorro's only 2 hours away.
That's right. It's
So-
going to be at the Sports and Rodeo Complex. Everybody knows where that is, right?
I'm sure if there's any traffic, it'll be there.
Oh,
because
there's something else going
Socorro-
on in Socorro.
If you've never been to Socorro, it's a good excuse.
Why not? It's on the
It's what? It's
gateway to Belen.
Gateway to Berlin. It's 2/3 of the way to Albuquerque.
Yeah.
If you don't like the chili, go up to Trader Joe's.
Or cut back 9 miles to
Go
San
to-
Antonio
and go
to
to
the Owl Bar
Yeah,
and grill.
they don't have these drinks. I don't think anybody has
Who would have
barrel rested gin.
No.
Nobody's putting that in their lineup yet.
That's a niche
We
market.
are still trying to find out how that works. Maybe by the end of this season we will have the answer.
Well, since it's
I'm
not-
going to bring this in. I'll bring it in with Lillet. Remember we did Lillet last week?
Yeah.
That could work.
Yes, since these gins are not readily available in stores, you're not going to see them
Except
anywhere.
for the fact that this gin is in Pickwick.
Really?
Yes, that's
The
where
one
I found
on
it.
at Missouri, the university,
It was in the one on University and
and Don
Tulsa.
Roser.
Yeah, and Don Roser.
Don Roser.
Yeah.
They have interesting things.
They
that
do,
other
and that's why I
places-
picked this one up. We'll see how these compare because they are different, man. We taste them.
True.
Anyway, more things going on today.
There are. You've heard about this big controversy, haven't you, Michael? Now there's a hair salon in town called the Cut Gallery,
I heard it's going to be part of voting in November.
and I don't know about that, but they've been in business since I think 1987 when she opened her doors shortly after getting
I
out
had
of
a
beauty
haircut
school.
there in 1990, I think,
Uh-huh.
or 91.
They're on South Solano. Been
Yeah.
there for many, many years.
They're pretty good. You walk in, you don't know who you're going to get unless you're used to regulars.
Yeah, and well, they're kind of in a bit of trouble right now because
Their own trouble of their own making, I believe.
there was another business in town that just went out of business called Cutter Gallery. Cutter gallery is not the same thing as cut gallery.
I mean, to make them, yes, it's not. And if you know anything about this city, you know that you should read signs with.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you really,
really
wanted to be
Cutter
confused,
gallery,
if
if you've been going to the cut gallery, you know when they say Cutter gallery,
it's different.
It's yeah.
Right. Cutter gallery used to be
store of antiques.
Used to be Glenn Cutter Jewelers, Antiques and Art. Then he just changed the name when he moved into the new house.
And we just recently mourned the passing of Sally Cutter.
Sally Cutter died, and Glenn Cutter finally went out of business. He had a going out of business sale.
He's been planning on it.
And a lot of people now think that Cut Gallery went out of business.
You know, thinking about the two communities that patronize both of them, their paths will never cross, and they
I don't
should
think there's a lot of
not have
crossover.
I know, but if you've been going to Cut Gallery
for a haircut,
you know it's called the Cut Gallery, not the Cutter Gallery. And if you make that leap of misfaith, it's not a leap of faith.
No,
it's a leap of misreading.
Well,
so those of you who stop going to the Cutter Gallery, you can go to the Cut Gallery and get your haircut.
And maybe some antiques and gold jewelry.
Some of their haircutters are antiques.
Yeah, really? Yeah. I'm sure some of their clients are too.
Yeah, I went there.
Yeah, as you mentioned.
I grew out of it. No, they're good actually. Cut Gallery. I want to denigrate Cut Gallery. I went to them for fill-ins.
Between your regular haircutters?
Well, when I was, we had the same haircutter for years, you and I, right?
Yeah, we did.
We did. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Now, did you know, Michael, researchers have developed an algorithm that can tell employers when an employee is about to quit, which is a weird thing to have.
What? Yeah, is this on?
You're
throwing this in.
No, this is true. It's not. But what I want to know, what I want is an algorithm that tells me which quitter owns over 50 guns.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Throw that in my inbox if you wouldn't mind.
That's a good idea. That's a test. So if you do the algorithm of quitters, you cross-check it against the data that the United States has of people who own weapons of semi-mass destruction.
It may mean they'll be back soon with 10 or more of them.
You just filter that together, and you should find out. You know, does the employer here have an algorithm for when we're going to quit? Because he should watch out.
Well,
I'm not making any threats.
We are going to take a break in about 2 minutes.
That's a different type of quitting. Yes. Because your next thing on your list is Mattel.
That's right.
So.
Yes, and I've got just enough time to.
Did you want to throw that in since we're just talking about shooting people after you quit?
Well, you know, Mattel, who makes Barbie, they're releasing a Day of the Dead Barbie.
That is so cute.
And just in time, Day of the Dead is next month, you know, Michael. Just around Halloween.
Well, it is around Halloween.
Yes.
Halloween, yeah.
And Day of the Dead is October 31st through November 2nd.
Now, speaking of collector's items, of which Glenn Cutter specialized in,
yes,
that would be a collector's item. It's kind of gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. I like it. It's very attractive. And for only $75.
Worth every penny of it. That would be 7,500 pennies.
You know, they've branched out into a few other niche market Barbies.
What?
Of various types.
Oh, the day of the newborn Barbie when she's just born. She has, her breast size is not as huge, but she's still cute.
Really?
Yeah. Are we going to get censored for that?
Not true. So Day of the Dead Barbie, $75. I guess they're in stores now.
Go out and get them from your store. Go to the Cutter Gallery. They have all sorts of things.
You mean the Cut Gallery?
Cut Gallery. That's
Cut Gallery.
Did you say that the Cut Gallery was going to close down because they lost business? Did he say that?
No, they were losing business because people thought they were going out of business.
Well, I'm drinking to all the perceptive people in Las Cruces, including myself, who never knows what's going on.
Well, let's take that break.
We'll take that break.
That we heard rumors of a minute ago.
And, we hear we're having a break. Is that true?
When we come
back,
guys,
I'm facing the control panel.
When we come back, we'll try this.
We'll drink one.
This gin that looks like scotch.
We'll see what happens.
And Sally Forth.
Cheers. And cheers again.
I'll have a.
And cheers again.
You found us on Channel 98. Keep watching because we have so much in store for you. We want to grow together. Your channel, local and real.
If we want to improve America's healthcare system, let's start by improving the health of Americans. Despite the best doctors, hospitals, and medical advancements, Americans are not as healthy as they should be. We spend too much on treatment and not enough on wellness and prevention. We need a system based on primary care. When patients have a medical home and a long-term relationship with a doctor, the result is a longer, healthier life and reduced medical costs for everyone. Let's make America a place where health is primary.
Hello and welcome back to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
Did you know they could count backwards in there? Did you ever hear
Backwards, forward, sideways.
I don't know how he does that. Yes, thank you for coming back to part 2 because I know you're all excited to see what happens. We did a drink with Beehive Reserve Gin, which is a barrel-rested gin, and this is actually they call this a barrel reserve gin. Rested.
They think you charge $14 more for it.
The word reserve. So we're going to do it with this. This is the one I got from Pickwick. You never know what weird stuff. Have you been to Celebrate after they've experienced their recent
Before they went out of business?
while they're still in business at the end of Valley or whatever that is. They still.
Oh, that's Celebrate. Yes,
there is one
left.
Celebrate.
Yeah.
Yes, and so you go there for weird things. So I went there because I wanted to get that. Last week we had the red grapefruit
Yes,
gin,
vodka.
and I thought maybe they'd have the liqueur. They didn't have that. They have some weird stuff, but they also do Contratto vermouths, which I have a number of because when they went out of business, you don't see Contratto vermouth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said castrato.
What do you mean, castrato?
And
I didn't say anything about castrato.
Okay, you had me worried
what
there
are
for a
you
second.
saying? Did you feel threatened? So I'm thinking for this one, let's double the vermouth. I think so.
Half an ounce instead of,
Well, a little more than a quarter.
then let's double the gin.
Oh, we may have to, Marky. It might be.
Generally, I try not to buy alcoholic beverages of any kind at Pickwick because, the prices are so fair.
Okay, nobody has this stuff, I'll say. I mean, I've never seen that anyplace other than Pickwick. And if you look in Pickwick, you wonder what the people are drinking. You know what they had there? Remember we once did those shots? Those little shots?
Yeah.
The only place you can get them now is Pickwick, which doesn't say much for Walgreens. Those were good. We did them when Chloe was here this past Christmas.
When you say shots, you mean those little shooters?
Those little
the plastic
shooters,
bottles?
yeah, with the little twisty thing.
Walgreens has those.
Who?
Walgreens.
They still? Because they used to.
They have
That's where I
dozens
first
of
saw-
them. Yeah, behind
Okay.
the counter.
Do you need a prescription?
They used to have them out in
Do
a
you need a
bin in front.
prescription? Yeah, that's where I saw them.
Well, one of the Pickwicks told me they lost $700 worth of worth of miniatures by
What?
having them out in hand
Really?
where people could put their hands on them.
You never know.
Yes. So now they're all behind the counter. You have to ask for
I
them.
remember yesterday I was in Walgreens. I turned around as I was leaving, and I see this guy going through the because nobody's at the liquor cashier sometimes.
Yes.
And notice, isn't this quieter? You like this?
I kind of do.
Is it more pleasant? It's like the
is.
tinkling of a bubbling brook.
It's not nearly as theatrical as all this.
I know, I like that too, but this is a delicate barrel rested. I don't want to
understand.
wake it up.
I
It's
understand.
barrel rested. So we'll see. This probably has a lot more water in it too.
For the melted ice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh. That is a
more pale.
steely color.
More subtle. You'd think there'd be more red influence from the red vermouth.
You'd think so.
All right.
Hey, we left some for you guys in the back. Well, cheers.
That
It
smells
feels
vermouthy. since there's twice as much of it.
That's good. That's actually good.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
I think the double vermouth does it.
Let's not make the same mistake by putting lime in it.
Let's put lime in. Oh no, that's not. That's not bad. That works.
What would you call this drink?
It's a perfect martini with barrel-rested gin.
Perfect martini?
It's called perfect. I explained this before the show that there's some definition of what the perfect martini is. Here, look at my fingers going like this. So
That's the perfect sign.
yeah, it's perfect. They're equal. You put equal amounts of red and white vermouth, or in other lingo, Italian and French vermouth, or in flavor, sweet and dry vermouth.
That would be good with any
You put
gin,
equal
Michael.
amounts. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
It's called the perfect martini when you make it with
Okay.
any gin.
You know what? You can do it with
I'm
vodka
using
too.
it. Yes, you could.
You could.
It's called the perfect martini. A martini implies alcohol,
And vermouth.
and not specifically bourbon. Because if you do this with just bourbon
That's
or
a
scotch,
white alcohol.
you wouldn't do white vermouth with Scotch gin or Irish whiskey, or Scotch bourbon or Irish whiskey. You know, if you put red vermouth in any of them, it has its own name, Rob Roy for Scotch, the Paddy cocktail for Irish whiskey, and the Manhattan for bourbon.
Yes. What's an old fashioned?
I think it's just with a sweet and a bitter, like
My mother used to
with
drink old-fashioned.
lemon and sweet and sour, or sugar water.
You know,
That's all it is. It's really simple.
Well, you know, it's never good to go swimming after you've been imbibed or eaten by that. You know, you should wait an hour after eating or drinking to go swimming.
I am trying to suss what your segue is leading to. What's it leading to?
Well, you like to swim,
No, I don't.
and you own a pool.
I don't
You
like-
do laps every morning, and folks.
Only when my face falls into my cereal.
And Frenier Park has a pool. It's called Frenier Pool, and a lot of people like to go there to swim laps in the morning. It's going to be closed for inspections.
Oh no, I can't go there anymore.
Yeah, it's going to be closed from the 16th of this month to the 29th. It'll be open again.
16th to the 29th. So you're saying it takes 13 days to sample the water, taste it, see how much alcohol is in it,
No, they're inspecting the plumbing, the
the
electrical,
plumbing.
everything to do with it, because it's an old pool. It was built
That's
in the 60s.
This is why Las Cruces High was the only high school that had a swimming team.
That's true.
So if you want to be on a swimming team, you have to go to Las Cruces High because it's just sort of almost across the street.
Pretty much across the street. So, but if you want to swim, there's 2 other pools you can swim at.
Mine, come to my house.
Come to Michael's house.
Yeah.
You can also go to Lab's Pool, which is 750 West Picacho, right next to the railroad tracks, and at the Las Cruces Aquatic Center, 1401 East Hadley. They call it Aquatic Center. They have their nerve. It's 2
They
kiddie
do.
pools. 2 large kiddie pools is basically what it is.
I think that's where Tom goes swimming.
But that's for lap swimmers. If all you want to do is lap swim. You don't have to have a deep pool.
No, you just go.
There's no diving.
Well, you don't go to a regular swimming pool to do deep dives. I mean, nobody's practicing dives unless
We don't have platforms. University has all that.
Yeah, well, they have to do that.
Yes, but the city is going to be building a brand new 50-meter Olympic-sized pool. I don't think it's going to have the diving platforms.
Right, because
People
everybody, I guess they're all being overcrowded by city people coming in to live in Sonoma Ranch, right? Is that it?
I don't
all
know.
the
There's been talk
people
of
in the
getting a
Northeast?
real swimming pool because they closed the Apatock Park pool.
Yeah.
So that we lost that one pool. So the city really could use another pool or 2. And although there is one out on the East Mesa,
Yeah. So that's where they're going to put this one.
this one's going to be right next to the Aquatic Center on North Solano. There's just enough room for a nice
God.
Olympic-sized
But we have an
pool.
indoor. That can be an indoor pool. It'll be indoor.
I think it
right?
will be indoor. I hope it is.
God,
That way
I'm
we can
so
use it
glad this city
24
charges
hours a
us
day.
tax.
Yes, that's
How
what
many
it's for.
fingers is that? 3?
So that's going on.
Yes, we got to keep moving.
Now, Valley Drive
View new pool design.
and Avenida
Oh,
de
yeah.
Mestilla are under major construction right now. And there's going to be a big information meeting about this construction project as it progresses. And that's going to be this coming Tuesday, the 17th,
And,
from 6 to 7 p.m.
and where's that going to be?
That's going to be at the Brannigan Library.
Really?
Yes.
Upstairs?
So,
Because
whatever.
you're not supposed to talk in the library.
There's a room there.
There's a room upstairs.
They'll tell
Or
you-
there's a room to the side
Yes.
if you go there.
You go in there and they'll tell you where. And so if you want to see or ask questions about that design,
And if you want to complain,
construction.
you can go there to complain.
yes.
All we could say, can we agree? A lot of good it will do you?
no.
Okay.
Now, the
yes,
big-
you can agree.
The big thing going on this weekend is the 16 de septiembre,
What the hell does that mean?
16th of September celebration in Mesilla. That's when
Oh my gosh.
that leads up to Mexican Independence Day.
Good thing we have a genuine Mexican city in our city.
This all takes place in Mesilla.
And it's always fun.
The parade is going on right now as we speak here on Saturday morning.
Yes.
And besides that, there's going to be all kinds of activities over there.
And if you go there today,
Folkloric
then
Bowl.
afterwards you can go to the Doniana Arts Council and go to their little classical drinking thing.
Yes,
that's a good
which
way
we
to
mentioned.
You know,
now they're going to have all
local
kinds of things
booths
going
go-
on there. A grease pole climb. They're going to have booth vendors. They're going to have
Oh, is that what
music.
that was a picture of a grease? I thought that
Grease
was sort
pole?
of an actionable crime.
There'll be mariachis all day, and Nosotros, the group, will be playing tonight.
The Sochos is perhaps the best group.
One of the best
in
groups around.
New Mexico.
Yeah, specializing in
Yes.
Hispanic.
Okay, we keep moving.
And is it played tonight?
Miss Wheatfield's pageant, which I saw last week. It's very funny. It makes certain points that are interesting. Maybe they overdo it, but that's part of the humor. It was cheery and
Where did you
Great.
see this play, Michael?
I saw this at the Black Box Theater
Uh-huh.
on the downtown mall. Bobby Senecal is in it.
Yes.
He's a riot.
That's Autumn Gee's boyfriend.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
And it's pretty funny.
Okay.
Remember Bobby Senecal?
I
He's
do remember him. I know him, yeah.
Could you imagine him in an apron and high heels? I don't want to give it away, man.
Yes, I
but
could.
yeah, that's
With
cool.
his beard.
Yeah, it's great.
That's going
It's
on.
great. It's a
now,
riot.
this is the 50th anniversary of Woodstock. And
Or it has been. And we
it
want
has
to
been
talk
all,
about.
all summer.
So it's been 50 years
Summer of
since
love.
we had the summer where love started. And are we now in the place where love is dying?
Well,
We think love is dying now.
well, it's
Woodstock had
summer of
great
hate.
promise, didn't it?
It did. And
So-
that's all we need. Promise to. So,
That was a great time.
yes. You know, they did.
We deliberate. I was
so-
there, by the way.
It was a great movie.
I saw Richie Havens.
You were not.
I was. I told you about this.
Oh, I didn't believe you.
It's on TV now. It's true.
Oh.
My wife was there too,
Oh.
who is now my wife, who I didn't know at the
You
time
didn't
she
know
was
at
there.
the
But I saw Richie Havens and Tim Harden, I think.
Yasgur's
And-
Farm. Huh?
Yasgur's Farm. He's a nice guy.
Okay.
It was
Well,
10 miles from where I live. So, are we ready to taper off this show?
we are.
Did you want to say goodbye to any friends that passed away this week? Anybody we know?
We don't
No, that's
have
good.
any this week.
Thank goodness. Hooray. So we'll see you next week.
will.
Don't
True.
use those signs to find out where our show is. It's right here on Channel 98
The Las Cruces channel.
or YouTube. Go look up Double Talk Michael or Mark.
We're on YouTube worldwide, folks.
Worldwide. We pay extra for that.
For each world.
That's true. Did you put your quarter in today? Pay for it?